So if the North wanted to get something started, what would they do?
Tom, the first thing we'd see would be volumes and volumes of artillery fire and surface-to-surface missiles. These guys were trained by the Soviets and the Communist Chinese. They know how to use long-range precision fires to try to make a difference.
And they would be firing from hidden positions.
They are firing from positions that are on the north slope of the mountains that define the DMZ.
Simultaneously, what would be going on here?
Special Operations Forces. The North Koreans have over 100,000 SOF capabilities. They would be inserted by midget submarines along the coast. They would also be inserted by aircraft coming in. They'd activate the Special Operations Forces in the form of sleeper agents that exist in the south. Instantaneously, we would see indicators of this about to occur, and so the United States would move a couple of carrier battle groups into the region, primarily so that we would have access to their aircraft, because mission number one is counterfire. We have to go after those artillery and missile pieces that are firing onto South Korea. Then the next mission would be to go after the North Korean air defense capabilities and their command and control capabilities.
So North Korea does have a very large conventional force. What do we know about its ground force?
That's the 5th largest military in the world. They have 8 million on the reserves. That's the largest in the world.
8 million?
8 million. And they are ready for mobilization very, very quickly.